What's up guys, it's Bibi. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the glare and my glasses. I know it's really annoying, but also I'm laughing because in my video last week my hair was dark and I was like, new hair, whoop whoop. Yeah, that lasted for about 48 hours until I decided to go back and get it blonde again because I'm a very dramatic and annoying person. There's the explanation that you didn't want or need. So I've been seeing these tier ranking videos pop up all over YouTube, and I've decided to do an EDM related one, and I didn't know if I wanted to do like genres or festivals or whatever, and I ended up settling on popular EDM artists. So naturally I have to give a little preface to this video and say I don't hate or dislike any artist. I would never bash on someone else's music taste or favorite artist or genre. Music is subjective, and you'll see with the tiers that I created, I don't have a tier for like I hate this artist, because I don't have hate for any person who makes a living out of art. This is all in good fun. You'll notice that I picked kind of the bigger names in dance music so that more people can just know every single artist that I'm talking about. You'll notice that there's a lot of big names missing from this video, and that's because I picked so many DJs and producers that I definitely have to split this into 2 videos. So if you think there's a name missing, that's because there is, and like this video for part 2. Let me walk you guys through the categories that I created. So as you can see here, I have favorite. These are artists that are just my absolute favorite, my top picks. I will always see them at festivals, always see them on tour. I just love them. And then love is artists that are not quite my favorites, but I'm definitely a fan. I listen to their music a lot and love to see them live. I can vibe is artists that maybe I don't listen to so frequently, but I still definitely like their music. And then would see live, or I kind of saved this category for artists that maybe I don't know well enough to really make any sort of judgment, and I would love. The thing with me is I'll go see anyone once, like I'll go to any set once. Yeah, this category is kind of for artists that I would definitely go see, or maybe I don't listen to them, but I've seen them live once or twice and had so much fun that I would see them live again. The last category, I don't listen. These are just for artists that I've seen, I've listened to in the past, or maybe I've like tried to get into their music, but it's just not personally for me, or it's not even that it's not for me, it's just like not an artist that I find myself listening to really. And that is not like a I just like this person or I hate this person. It's just that there are a lot of other artists that I listen to way more frequently than I listen to them, if that makes sense. So yeah, if I put an artist in the I don't listen category, don't take it personally, is essentially what I'm trying to say. So let's just get started. First up, I have Oliver Heldens, who I have seen live, and he puts on a great show, and I do like his music. I think he's super talented, but I don't listen to him that frequently on my own time. So I would say I'm gonna put him in I Can Vibe. Also, if you don't, I should give genres. If you don't know Oliver Heldens, he's house. He's kind of like future house. Next up, we have Zoo. Zoo for me is an absolute fucking favorite. I love him. I think he's so talented. In my opinion, you can always tell when producers come from a musical background because it just, the level of quality in the music is so much better. You can just tell that Zoo is a musician, and especially when you see him live. If you've never seen him live, please go. He kills it. But yeah, he's definitely a favorite of mine. I love his music. He's one of the artists that I listen to the most. So yeah. Next we have Kygo. I feel like I don't need to explain Kygo because most people know who he is by now, but he's a tropical house artist. He was one of my favorite artists when I was really into EDM in like 2013 to 2015, 16. I've still never seen Kygo live, which is fucking crazy because I've been listening to his music, God, probably like 7 years now, 7, 8 years, and I've never seen him, and I want to see him so badly. I know a lot of people say he's kind of been pushed into mainstream music now, but I listen to him religiously in the summer. Like, tropical house in the summer is the move, and I still do love his music. I don't know if I want to put him in favorite or love. You know what? I'm gonna put him in favorite. I'm not really embarrassed if I put mainstream artists in favorite because he's just so good at what he does. I think he really pioneered a lot of tropical house. Then we have Keizo, who, if you don't know Keizo, he kind of does a mix of dubstep and hardstyle. His live sets are fucking ridiculous. This is another artist that if you ever get the chance to see live, I really, really recommend it. I wouldn't say he's a favorite for me, but I would say he's a love. I listen to his live sets a lot on SoundCloud. Oops. And yeah, I definitely really like his style. I think he's different from a lot of other artists, so I really like Keizo. I don't think I even need to explain the next one. If you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, you know I absolutely love Slander. I am so grateful to have stumbled upon them at Ultra the year that I did. Next we have RL Grime, who is a trap artist, and I was like really into trap in high school. I'm not really into trap anymore. I like it. It's just like not my preferred genre. And to be honest, I don't really listen to RL. Like, I don't know. I've seen him, I think I've seen a little bit of his sets once, and I think he's super talented. I just don't really find myself listening to him. But I know a lot of people love him, and he is super dope. I'm just not a huge trap person. Then we have Subtronics, who, wait, let me talk about Subtronics. Let me talk about Jesse for a minute. He actually just announced a drive-in and pod show tour for this summer, and I got my tickets. So if you're going to see him on Montage Mountain in Pennsylvania in like June, I think it is, I will be there, so come wave and say hi. I fucking love Subtronics, and I love him more because I love Jesse as a person. Like, music aside, he's just such a good person, and online he's just a really good role model, I feel, and I think for that reason I'm gonna have to put him in love. Also, his live shows are so fun. Like, I can't even, it's just such high energy, amazing transitions, just the best time ever. Okay, then we have Afrojack, who obviously is one of the big guys, and I used to listen to Afrojack a lot during like the big EDM boom back in the days, when like he and like Avicii, Swedish House Mafia, like all those people were huge. Like 10 Feet Tall is still the fucking jam. I will not be taking questions on that one. This is like, it's kind of like Oliver Heldens. Like, I don't really listen to him, you know what I mean? Like, I listen to his really old stuff. I have like a playlist on Spotify of like older like EDM progressive house, and he's on there, but I don't really listen to what he's releasing nowadays. So, but his live sets, oh, this is important. Afrojack, the first time I saw him live was at Ultra, and I was so fucking shook. Like, I was gonna pass on seeing him because I was like, he's kind of mainstream, like I don't need to go. And me and my friends had the best fucking time. Like, his sets are so high energy. If you want to be dancing for an hour or an hour and a half straight, fucking go to Afrojack. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna put him in I would see live, because I don't really listen to him anymore, but I do love seeing him live, and he really throws down. So yeah. Then we have Nightmare, who Nightmare was definitely one of my favorite artists for a long time, because he and Slander kind of go hand in hand. They have their label. But now, I don't know, I absolutely love him. Is he still a favorite? I really like what he's doing nowadays, like branching out from dubstep and trap, but where am I gonna put Nightmare? I'm gonna put him in love, because I don't really listen to him as much as I listen to these three anymore, but I still love him. He's so talented. Next we have Rez, Space Mom, What a Queen. I don't really listen to her music that often on my own time. However, her live shows are fucking insane, so I would see her live, absolutely. I'm just not, I don't really listen to mid-tempo that much on my own, but seeing it live is a whole other story, and I would definitely go see Rez live again. And then we have Seven Lions. That's another one I feel like I don't have to explain. I just love him because he's so versatile. He does dubstep, he does like melodic bass, future bass, he does psytrance. Like, he's just everything all in one. If you're an all genre person like me, his live sets are just the best time, and his music is so beautiful, and I've loved him as an artist for the longest time. I think I found him in 2015 through Don't Leave, his song with Ellie Goulding, and I haven't looked back ever since. Okay, and then we have Alice in Wonderland, who is another goddess. I fucking love her. I think she's kind of like Subtronics to me, where she radiates good energy, and she just seems like such a good person and such a good role model, and I just absolutely love her. I feel like I'm not qualified enough to put her in love, but I definitely, like, I don't know, her live shows are good. I've seen her more than once live and I was blown away. So I guess I'll put her in Would See Live, because while I don't listen to her music that much, so I feel like I can't really call myself a stan, or else her fans will come for me. Yeah, I definitely love her, and I've seen her live more than once, and she's incredible. So talented. Okay, and then we have Tiesto, who I actually kind of grew up listening to Tiesto when he was like a trance artist, like Adagio for Strings Gang, Where the Fuck We At? But now that he's gone on a different path, again, he's kind of like Afrojack, where I don't really listen to him anymore, but he does still have some fucking bops that he's been releasing nowadays. So I don't know, honestly. I do love his class, like, Adagio for Strings and all his trance stuff, and then like Red Lights. I think I have to put him in I Can Vibe. And I have seen him live, and his live sets are very fun. So, and I just have so much respect for him for doing this as long as he has. Him and like Armin van Buuren, Godspeed. I don't know how they are still going. Excision, who is definitely a favorite. I absolutely love Jeff. I am going to Lost Lands this year, so if you're going, drop a comment and we can meet up. I will be camping. Pray for me. Yeah, I love Excision. His live sets are something else. I don't know what his budget is for those lasers, but goddamn. Okay, and then we have Porter, who I'm just gonna be really honest and say I don't listen to Porter, and I know that's a very, people are probably like, oh my god, but it's another one of those things where like Porter fans are kind of not culty, but they're very dedicated, and I like a couple of his songs, but I just don't really listen to his music. I don't know. I just never really, I kind of skipped that whole phase. But I know a lot of people love him, and he is very talented, but I just don't really find myself listening to him. Jaws, who, a lot of these are so difficult because I like liked them in the past, but now I'm kind of like indifferent, you know? I loved Jaws' old stuff, like Rock the Party, Feel the Volume. Those are fucking bops. But I don't really listen to what he's putting out nowadays, to be honest. But seeing him live is really fun because bass house sets are so much fucking fun. So, I don't know. I think he's kind of above Would See Live. I'll say I Can Vibe. Or is he Would See Live? I'll say I Can Vibe because his old music still counts. And then we have Alan Walker, who I feel like people, when they talk about Alan Walker, it's either like a love or hate. And this is another one of those artists who I really liked his old music. I don't really know what he's doing nowadays. I haven't, well, I've heard some new releases, but I definitely like his style. Like it's different. It's definitely like gamer music, but I like it. It has cool melodies. I have seen him live. Actually, I saw him live for the first time at Moonrise, and I had a lot of fun because he played a mixture of genres. Like he threw in some hardstyle too, which I really like. So I'll say I would see him live. Or would I say I Can Vibe? I'll put him in I Can Vibe. Okay, and then we have Zed's Dead, who, this is another one of those fan bases that's like, I'm scared to say that I like Zed's Dead because I feel like they're gonna be like, name 5. Zed's Dead was also my last show before COVID happened, so rest in pieces. I think Zed's Dead confuses me because there's so many different genres that I just like, I feel like for Seven Lions, like he's so many different genres, but he kind of has like a theme, like he has the same kind of style with all of them. But Zed's Dead, you can go anywhere from like house to like rhythm to like experimental to dubstep to, I don't even fucking know, but their shows are a good time for that reason because they play everything. I wouldn't say they're a favorite, but I'm in between Love and I Can Vibe. I would say Love. I do really like Zed's Dead a lot. And then we have Martin Garrix, which I feel like a lot of people are going to be surprised by my answer for this one, but he's actually a favorite artist of mine. He was like, him and Avicii were like my favorite favorite fucking artists during the whole progressive house era and like big room house and all that stuff. And honestly, it's the same thing where like maybe I don't vibe to all of the new music he's been releasing, although I do really like the kind of path that he's going down with the new like house stuff he's putting out, and with Stamped Records and everything. He's just such a good person. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen his YouTube docu-series like back in the day when that was airing all the time. I've actually met him in person quite briefly, and I can attest to the fact that he is actually the nicest artist or industry person in general that I have ever fucking met in my life. Like, he is just so humble and down to earth, and I have so much respect for him for staying that way throughout the years, because he really got thrown into this shit when he was young. I think he was like 14 when Animals came out. Like, that's just, I can't even comprehend. Like, his old music, and you know, when I see him live with my friends, it's just like the best time ever. He still puts on such a great show. His production is fucking crazy, like with the lasers and everything. And I just have the utmost respect for him. So, you know, even though, again, a lot of people argue that he's gone mainstream, I still love him and I love his music so much. DJ Snake, who I actually am very much a fan of, and I feel like that might also surprise some people because he's also quite mainstream, but I'm gonna put him in Love, just because Carte Blanche was one of my favorite fucking albums. Like, when it came out, that was all I listened to for days on end. I was so obsessed with it. He throws the fuck down in live shows, and I also just think he's very versatile. Like, he does a lot of different genres. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put him in Love for sure. Okay, and then we have Alesso, who he's kind of like one of those artists like Martin too, where I'm like, I just loved him so much during my nostalgic EDM era that it's hard to just not love him nowadays in 2021, you know? So I just don't even feel like I can put him in I Can Vibe. I feel like he has to go in Love. Yeah, he's a Love. Just because if you've never seen him play If I Lose Myself, his remix, you have not lived your life yet, let me tell you, because seeing that live is the most euphoric, nostalgic, beautiful experience ever, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So yes, he's definitely in Love. Okay, and then we have Above and Beyond, who, favorite, absolute favorite. Truly, like, they call their shows group therapy for a reason. I'm telling you, when I walk away from Above and Beyond, I just feel like I literally went to therapy. Obviously, if you know their songs, it's so beautiful, but it's less about absolutely knowing every little track and more about just the collective experience of seeing them live. That sounds so like ooga booga, like spiritual as fuck. But for real, the energy in those crowds at Above and Beyond is just so, even at just trance shows in general, is just another fucking level, and I love Above and Beyond, and yeah, they're incredible. Okay, and then we have AC Slater, who is a house DJ, and I really like AC Slater, but I feel like I'm not qualified enough to put him in Love, because I don't know absolutely all of his music, but I do really like AC Slater. You know what, I am gonna put him in Love, even though I maybe am not as knowledgeable of all of his songs from his music that I do know. It fucking slaps, so I'm gonna put him there. And then we have Odessa, which, favorite, no questions asked. I have a lot of favorites in this video, wow. I hope the other video is divided just as well. Okay, anyway, Odessa is an absolute favorite. If you've never seen them live, please do. I am so excited to see what they do with this next album, because in my opinion, A Moment Apart is so hard to top. Like, that is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. It came out in 2017. And that live show was godly. Bitch, my fucking soul like left my body. I don't know where it went. It's still at that fucking stage, because that show was something else. Oh my god, I walked away a different human being. But I feel like a lot of people love Odessa. Even people, like, I have friends who are not into dance music or electronic music who fucking love Odessa. And I just want everyone to experience the A Moment Apart show. Anyway, yeah, enough explanation needed. Then we have Wax Motif, who's also a house DJ, like AC Slater. I have seen him live. He's so much fun live, but I don't think I would put him in love because I don't listen to him that often. But I don't know. I'm gonna put him in I Can Vibe because I do really his music is good as fuck. And then lastly we have Yellow Claw, who Yellow Claw was like a staple back in the day, in like 2015. Like those were the times, bitch. I think I've kind of grown out of the Yellow Claw phase, so I'm gonna put them in I Don't Listen, but they do throw down, and if you've never seen them live, I would recommend it. Okay, so here we have my final rankings. I hope you guys like this. I know it's different from what I normally do, so I hope it was entertaining. And again, no bad vibes, please. This is all in good fun. I don't hate any of these artists. I don't dislike them. But yeah, so if you guys want to see part 2, drop a comment and like this video and I will be sure to do it. And other than that, I hope you're all safe and well. I know we've been getting a ton of festival news and updates and announcements. So if you want to chat about any of them, shoot me a DM. I'm kind of figuring out my 2021 plans right now, and which festivals I'm hitting. I'm just so excited for this shit to come back. Like, your girl's gonna be fully vaccinated, we're gonna be living, and I really hope that this is the year. I have a good feeling. I think this is the year that things are gonna slowly get back to normal, so I hope to see you guys at some live events. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, and I feel like this outro has been so long. Okay, you get the point. Bye, love you.